Hello, friends, and welcome to Brotherly Love Gaming, the show where two brothers talk through the past, present, and future of our lives in gaming. My name is Alex, joined today by my brother Spence.
What's up, guys?
So today is going to be just reactions, discussion of the Nintendo Direct, September 2019, that just happened. Now, Spence, you didn't get to watch it.
No, I did not.
So I'm going to be telling you everything, basically. You can go back and watch it later.
Yeah, I plan on it once we're done.
And it's kind of funny because, like, we'll be getting your reactions
Yeah.
now, basically. All right, so, off the top, first thing right out of the gate was something that I think we did discuss briefly last week as a rumor. Overwatch is officially coming to Switch.
I saw that. I did
Yeah?
see that. I got a Twitter news thing update,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "What the hell? Like, why is this?
Yeah.
Why is this happening?" I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that was something that Amazon accidentally leaked a week ago, 2 weeks ago, when they posted it an officially licensed Overwatch Switch case up for sale. So that comes out on October 15th. And I think it's kind of interesting. The Overwatch is 3 years old now at this point. It's still obviously very popular, still making new characters all the time. So I'm curious what the Switch audience is going to be like. We'll see.
I'm not like with the like I said with Dead by Daylight when that first got announced. Like primarily online games, I don't see being very extremely successful on the Switch. But
Right. Next up, they did a little bit about Luigi's Mansion. They talked about some of the different levels that are going to be in it. They talked about a battle mode that you can have 8 players playing just from a single Switch, as long as you have 4 sets of Joy-Cons.
nice.
I don't know if we officially knew that it was coming out on Halloween. They said that during the Direct as if it was news. I don't know if I had just assumed that or if that had been announced or leaked beforehand. But
Right.
it's coming out on Halloween, October 31st. So
That's awesome.
cool, good timing. I know. Next up, this is kind of interesting. They're releasing a free-to-start Kirby game. It's a multiplayer, 4-player like co-op Kirby game called Super Kirby Clash. What they showed about it starts looking mainly like it's a sort of standard Kirby game, but mainly based around like the sort of action and the combat stuff with the different characters and abilities and powers and that kind of thing.
Right.
That's available today. Haven't gotten to play it yet, but you can download it right now.
I'll have to download it then.
Yep. They discussed a little bit of the Trials of Mana remake and gave it a release date. It's coming April 24th, 2020. That one, I just got the Collection of Mana, which is Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana. In the original versions of those. This game looks actually really cool. I'm probably going to pick up this version at some point too. The combat reminds me a lot of Ni no Kuni 2, which I loved. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Next, they talked about the Return of the Obrah Dinn. Do you know about this game?
The what?
It's called The Return of the Obrah Dinn.
No, I've never heard of it.
So it's a game, I think it might only be available on PC right now. It's a sort of adventure mystery game that has a really unique art style. And it's about a guy who is investigating this ship that has everybody on it is dead, basically. Some sort of weird disaster has happened on this. And the idea is that you have this sort of like supernatural pocket watch that allows you to turn back time and see that person's final moments, and based on that you have to piece together the mystery of who killed them and what's going on the ship. So remember Town, the other game that Game Freak's been working on? They remember this one? So it's it's another RPG that they're working on, that they've been working on sort of parallel to Pokemon. It's now officially called Little Town Hero. It looks a little bit like a version of Pokemon in a way. The whole thing takes place in a single town. You play as a character who is like defending the town from like a monster or monsters that show up to fight it. It has like a turn-based battle system. It looks like, but it's like different. They say that the weapons you use are actually ideas. I don't know exactly how that comes into play in the full game, but it looks like it could be something interesting. The one thing I did tell you about as it happened was that Banjo and Kazooie are available right now to play in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
Again, I have not actually had the chance to play them yet. The download is actually done by now, but it was downloading as we started. So I'll be able to jump into that in a little bit. They did a presentation right after the Direct where Sakurai did his whole demo thing where he just explains the character and everything that they can do. And goes into crazy, crazy depth on the character. So yeah, it looks like they're going to be fun to play. So I'll be excited to do that.
I'm so excited for Banjo and Kazooie. But I've said that numerous times, but I'm super excited. That's probably going to be my new main.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they have some cool abilities. This is something I did not prep you about beforehand, but they also announced who the next fighter is going to be coming in November, which is way earlier than I thought it was going to be.
Is it from the company by SNK?
Yes.
Because that was leaked
Yes.
2 days ago on
that was
IGN.
leaked, which was funny because up until that point, I knew some people that were like sure that it was going to be Tracer or Diva from Overwatch because there was this rumor. First, there was a rumor that it was going to be a female character, and then there was a rumor that the character had a mech. So people were like, all right, well, female could be Tracer or Diva, mech, Diva. There is one character left in the Fighter's Pass. They did also announce that they were going to continue to do DLC characters after the Fighter Pass ends. How they're going to release those, we don't know yet. Whether it's going to be a second Fighter Pass, whether they're just going to be free updates, who knows at this point.
It's probably going to be a second Fighter Pass.
I would imagine it would be a second Fighter Pass. So this one, which, yes, it is an SNK character. It is the SNK character that makes the most sense, probably. It is Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury. They showed like 5 seconds of footage of him in the game.
Right.
And then Sakurai,
he's probably unpolished yet.
Yeah, he was like, he's not really ready yet to show off, but you'll see him eventually. So that's coming in November. Then they did something that I did not expect them to do, where they said, you probably don't know about this game because it was a Wii U game that they're porting over called Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore is the name of the game.
It's a long ass name.
And what it actually is like a crossover between the Persona series and the Fire Emblem series.
So Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Well, no, because the thing that makes it sort of crazy, so the gameplay is definitely more on like the Persona side, just sort of with Fire Emblem characters, but it's like music based. So it's got like sort of RPG combat stuff, but it's really based around music. Bethesda came out for a second to say that Doom 64 is coming on November 22nd. So that's neat. And it also, I'm interested to read more about like what they did to the game, because it didn't look like the porting or remastering or whatever they did to it looks really good. It doesn't look like they just took the game and stuck it on there. It looks like if you had to show me that same trailer and said that it was somebody doing like a modern game that was like a reference to Doom 64, I wouldn't have questioned it because it just looks sharper than you would expect an N64 game to look, so I'm interested with that. We had a brand new game announced. The game, it's called Rogue Company. It's from Hi-Rez Studios, which
makes Smite.
Okay, I was going to say, do you know who that is? Because I forgot to look at who that was.
They do. They're the creators of Smite.
Paladins.
Paladins.
Rum Royale, is that one of the ones that you play?
Rum Royale is one of the ones that I've played. Yes.
Okay.
So I've played all 3 of their games. Smite is by far their best one, but I've played all 3. So Paladins is like a knockoff of Overwatch, and Realm Royale is a knockoff of it's just a BR.
So this one looks like it is probably more in line with Paladins, but like Paladins had kind of like a fantasy sort of style to it, right?
Yeah, like I said, it's literally like an Overwatch kind of knockoff style. Yeah,
this one, so it is, again, they didn't really show too much, talk about too much. From what I could tell, it was kind of like a team-based third-person shooter. which could be fun.
Yeah,
if you're
sounds.
familiar with this,
I'll have to look that up.
yeah, I'm sure that you something you'd be interested in. They did a little block about Pokemon. They confirmed Pokemon Camp, which is something that I had hoped was actually a real rumor.
Right.
You camp with your Pokemon. You can play with them. You can hang out with them. You can cook with your Pokemon, which I think is kind of cool. They said that there's like 100 different recipes that you can make in the game with your Pokemon.
Right.
I don't know. It's just I like the idea of being able to just hang out with my buddies, and
It's
my
like
buddies.
it's like Nintendogs but Pokemon.
Kind of, yeah. That is actually sort of how it even looked a little bit. They introduced 2 new Pokemon as well. Polteageist, who is a ghost in a teacup, or a tea kettle, I guess, technically. Polteageist.
Oh my god.
And then I think I wrote this down properly. Cramorant, who is a bird, pelican kind of thing. He's got a very unique ability, though, that they highlighted, where when he uses, I forget which moves they said, if it's dive maybe or surf, I don't know if it's any water move, but basically he'll like show back up with a fish in his mouth, and then if the opponent attacks him while he has the fish in his mouth, his special ability is to just shoot the fish back at the opponent. So I guess you get like a free attack basically whenever you have a fish in your mouth.
Free counter attack. Huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird, but so I'm still looking forward to that one. I know it's controversial.
I'm still looking forward to it. I don't care what anybody says.
Well,
I was just out playing Pokemon Go today. I'm excited.
Yeah. So this next thing is something that I predicted they were going to announce, but I was totally wrong about when it was going to be happening. So they officially announced that Super Nintendo games are coming to Switch Online. They announced the 20 games that are going to be available. I have the graphic right here. I'll just rattle them off real fast. Okay. So this is Brawl Brothers, Breath of Fire, Demon's Crest, F-Zero,
Hey.
Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, Kirby's Dream Course, the most underrated Kirby game.
Yeah.
Kirby's Dream Land 3.
Nice.
Which I don't think that was even on the classic.
I don't think it was.
Star Fox, Stunt Race FX, which apparently has not been available on any console since the Super Nintendo. Super Earth Defense Force, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, Super Puyo Puyo 2, Super Soccer, Super Tennis, and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Those are the games that are available at launch. There will be
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's most of what you would need, to get going. Obviously, the classic has some stuff like Mega Man X that's not on here. When do you think these are coming out, Spence?
Oh, dude, don't ask me that. Because if it's today, I'm gonna be a little mad.
It's not today.
Next week.
It's not next week.
Tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, September.
Jesus.
I'm not sure this is going to go up the same day as we're actually recording this, or tomorrow. So maybe it's today if you're listening on September 5th. But yes.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, I'm going to have to...
It is included with your Switch membership, your Switch Online membership, which is only $20 per year. And there's so many ways you can get it now, too. There's a version of it, of Super Mario Maker 2 you can buy that includes a year of it. There's a version of Tetris 99 that you can buy that includes a version of it. Twitch had that promotion where you could get an extra year of it. It's included in your membership. You can get them starting tomorrow.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that they would have them probably like around November. So this blew my mind. Did not expect it to be this soon. So
that's exciting.
Good on them. Finally coming. They also announced one of those, like they have the NES controllers that Switch Online subscribers can buy. There's also a Super Nintendo controller that you can get only through Nintendo's website, only for subscribers. It's going to be $30. So
that's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. I don't have online still, but I'm now that I hear all these games, I'm probably gonna get online and also the Ultimate Pass because I didn't really care about the first few, but I was waiting for Banjo, so now that Banjo's out
Right.
and that's coming out, I'll probably play Link to the Past for the third time.
It's good.
I love that game so much, so I'll probably play that for a third time.
Again. They mentioned some new information, some new stuff for Tetris 99, which I alluded to earlier. There's going to be like new, I guess you got to call them like hardcore modes, basically, where you can play against like even stronger opponents. So it'd be pretty great for advanced players and for beginning players if all the advanced players just moved over to this new mode, and the sort of standard mode could just be people that are not as good at the game. Maybe it could be a way to balance the game a little bit better. They touched base on Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympics. I don't know if they had announced this before or not. I feel like I knew this, but again, they announced it as if it was like a new thing. Not the game, but this particular. There's a mode in the game where you can play like retro themed 2D pixel art games, which I think is kind of funny.
That's cool.
So I don't know if those games are fun for what they are. I like that they're putting a lot of effort into this one, it seems. So
yeah, ever since the first one, they didn't really put effort into any of the ones after them.
Right.
Like I loved the first one, and then I didn't even know that there were more until like I saw them on the shelves like a year after they came out, and I was like, oh, that's a game. I didn't even know that came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually excited for this one because it looks cool.
So that's coming out November 5th, if you're interested in that.
Nice.
Pick it up. So speaking of games coming out next week, I think, is it next Friday maybe, is Demon X Machina.
Oh, that game that we
long-awaited mech game. Mm-hmm. There's a new demo for the game that should be available by the time you're hearing this. I think they said later in the day after the directive was going to be up. So there's a new demo. I think the demo is actually just the beginning of the game. They said it's the prologue mission. I don't know how long that is.
Right.
That's something that you can play for free. So the last like sort of big presentation they did was just a long bit about Animal Crossing, which looks cool. It's got a lot of different features in it that I hadn't expected. I saw some comments saying that this video really focused on there's a lot of crafting and things that you can do. I don't know how much, if any, of that was in previous Animal Crossing games, but I saw a lot of like, well, it's just Minecraft Animal Crossing now kind of stuff. So
I bought the 3DS one and I still never played it. It's still sitting in the box.
Right. I have the box somewhere. I thought it was over there. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I have the box for that one. So I got it in a box of other games, but I don't have the actual game. So yeah, that was the last sort of video they did, but they had one more announcement.
As per usual.
Now, this is something that I think is really cool. I wouldn't dare to say that it's like huge. I was a little surprised that they used this as if it was the last really huge announcement. I guess it's really huge people that are into this. Coming sometime in 2020, hopefully sooner rather than later, the first Xenoblade is getting a definitive edition on the Switch. So this is the game that was originally a Wii game, then a 3DS game, now finally a Switch game. 2020. It looks pretty good. They've like remaster remakes. That was kind of an interesting thing, but if you look at comparison screenshots online, they've prettied up Shulk, we'll say. They've tweaked the art style a little bit, made it look
probably just ported him from freaking
Smash. Modern, maybe. According to some things that I've seen online, they show an area in the trailer that is not actually accessible in the original game. So people are speculating that this new version might include stuff that was cut out of the original. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's
DLC a couple years later.
I would hope that if they include it in the announcement trailer, that means it's actually going to be in the game.
Well, I
Uh,
meant like
oh yeah, this game is DLC.
yeah, it's DLC for the first one.
Yeah, many years later. Yeah, I mean, I have the 3DS version. I've only played like the very beginning of it, and then I forget what else I ended up playing at the time that I got that. So this is
I
good.
have Xenoblade Chronicles too.
Yeah.
I just don't play it. I don't play it.
But that was it. That was the whole Nintendo Direct.
Interesting.
We probably talked about a lot in a lot more detail than I thought we were going to, but
We did, yeah.
but don't
That's
we
cool.
always?
I think I'm most excited about Devil May Cry 2 actually, which is funny because I borrowed the first one from you
Mm-hmm.
back on the PlayStation 2 and played through it. I don't think I ever finished it. And then I played a lot of Devil May Cry 4. I never finished it again. I'm playing Devil May Cry 5 right now, and that's the only game I've played in the past like week or so since the last talk we had. That's
Right.
the only game I've touched.
So you're going to finish it.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% going to finish it. So I'm excited that Devil May Cry 2 is actually coming because even though it is like the most hated, I still want to play it because I
Right.
know nothing about it. Because like I said in the last episode, um, during the cutscene that you can watch the like the recap, I don't even think they mentioned Devil May Cry 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to actually get to play through it.
Right. Yeah, that's one that again I haven't played that one either. Although I have the original trilogy on PS2.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Banjo and Smash is obviously the best. Is obviously the highlight of the whole thing being
Right.
available right now. But and the whole Super Nintendo thing. That's all. But besides that, the Devil May Cry 2 thing. That's probably the best thing I heard.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm most excited about the Super Nintendo games only because, like, I knew Banjo was coming eventually. Yeah. So
I just didn't think it would be like immediate.
yeah, I figured that would be like next week or the end of September. So I'm excited. I'm always excited about Banjo, obviously. Really excited about the Super Nintendo games. Xenoblade, I think is gonna be great. I would like some more information on when it's coming. The Trials of Mana remake looks great. I'm really excited for Obrah. I want to play Little Town Hero, the Game Freak game. And even though I don't know if I would get it right away, I'm happy that the Tokyo Mirage Sessions game is coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, I also like the variety of stuff. That there's stuff that I have no interest in, but I already know people that are super interested in it. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be it for today, everybody. So thanks for hanging out. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please remember to give us a like because it's the only way YouTube will pay attention to what we're doing. And also, if you're new and have not subscribed yet, please subscribe so you can catch other stuff like maybe the Smash video when that comes out. If you're listening to the audio version, because there is an audio version 9 times out of 10, except for when I forget to upload it. Thanks for hanging out as well. You can leave us a review on iTunes. That helps iTunes care about us. What else? So we have a Twitter where you can follow tweets from us about things. We're at Brotherly Love G1. And we also have a Twitch channel also at Brotherly Love G1. And I think that's everything. I should write that down.
Probably.
Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.
Peace.
So long.